World Bank, in full. World Bank Group, international organization affiliated with the United Nations, UN, and designed to finance projects that enhance the economic development of member states. Headquartered in Washington, D.C., the bank is the largest source of financial assistance to developing countries. It also provides technical assistance and policy advice and supervises, on behalf of international creditors, the implementation of free market reforms. Together with the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Trade Organization, it plays a central role in overseeing economic policy and reforming public institutions in developing countries and defining the global macroeconomic agenda. Washington, D.C., November 24, 2020. The World Bank's Board of Executive Directors approved a $500 million United States dollars credit and $14 United States dollars and 10 cents of non-reimbursable resources from the Global Concessional Financing Mechanism (GCFF) to support Ecuador's economic recovery. The resources will help the government support those families most affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as strengthen policies to eliminate constraints to private sector development and promote economic recovery. The financing will also support enhanced public sector efficiency and public finance sustainability during the crisis. This support from the World Bank demonstrates the confidence that the international community has in Ecuador and as recognition of the government's economic program, said Minister of Economy and Finances Mauricio Pozo. In the face of the pandemic crisis, the priorities of the federal government are protecting the most vulnerable groups and economic recovery. I thank the World Bank for approving this credit that will allow us to move forward with those objectives. The loan approved today is the third in a series of programmatic financial operations supporting inclusive and sustainable development policies. The first in these series of loans was disbursed in June 2019 and the second in May 2020. This third operation supports the reform agenda and the country's finances at a very complicated time for Ecuador's economy. These resources supplement the previous operations that were aimed at designing mechanisms to expand social protection programs and strengthen monetary transfer systems for the most vulnerable families. From the onset of the pandemic, the World Bank has worked closely with the government of Ecuador to provide the means to confront and mitigate the impact of COVID-19, particularly for the most vulnerable families, said Marianne Fay, World Bank Director for Bolivia, Chile, Ecuador and Peru. We have mobilized new resources and restructured projects underway to focus on the needs arising from the pandemic. Additionally, Ecuador will benefit from a $14.1 million United States dollars budgetary support grant by GCFF, which was established to support middle-income countries that have admitted a large number of refugees.